My name's Tom Thacher. I'm in family medicine at Mayo Clinic and also a member of the editorial board of the Mayo Clinic Proceedings.
And hi, I'm Vincent Rajkumar. I'm a hematologist also at the Mayo Clinic and Associate Editor of the Mayo Clinic Proceedings. We are here to introduce a new paper, a call for clinical practice guidelines that we just published in the Mayo Clinic Proceedings. Tom, you are the lead author on this paper with me, and what do you think are the main messages?
Well, I think one of the main things that we're trying to do with this paper is invite people who are developing guidelines, either for their own specialty societies or otherwise, to consider publishing their guidelines in the Mayo Clinic Proceedings because of the wide print circulation that the Mayo Clinic Proceedings does have to a generalist audience of practicing clinicians. And since guidelines are really developed in order to inform good clinical practice that's based on sound evidence, we feel that the Mayo Clinic Proceedings is an excellent vehicle for disseminating those guidelines.
Yes, and there's also an article that is a companion article that goes with our piece by Dr. Murad on the principles of clinical practice guidelines, how they are developed, how clinicians can read and interpret them, and that's a very good article as well that can go as a reference for those interested in writing for us.
Yeah, it's a very clearly written, easy to read article that will help groups that are developing guidelines as well as our readership to understand how guidelines are developed and how important it is that they be unbiased as well as informative and based on sound evidence.
Correct. And we have published many articles in the clinical practice guidelines, consensus statements genre in the proceedings before. They've generally done really well. And we hope that with this call for new practice guidelines, many of you would take the opportunity to not just read the guidelines, but also if you have ideas on new clinical practice guidelines, to not hesitate to contact us and sound us out on your interests.
And we're also interested in any papers that relate to guidelines in terms of perhaps how they're disseminated or implemented, or how they impact outcomes of clinical care and how well people adhere to clinical guidelines.
Excellent. And one other thing that is very interesting, Tom, and I'm sure you've noticed it as well, these tend to be some of the most well-read, well-cited articles
Exactly.
in the literature, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So we invite you to consider submitting your guidelines papers to the Mayo Clinic Proceedings.
Thank you very much.
We hope you found this presentation from the content of Mayo Clinic Proceedings valuable. Our journal's mission is to promote the best interests of patients by advancing the knowledge and professionalism of the physician community. If you are interested in more information about us, our homepage is www.mayoclinicproceedings.org. There you will find access information for our social media content, such as additional videos on our YouTube channel or journal updates on Facebook. You can also follow us on Twitter. More information about healthcare at Mayo Clinic is available at www.mayoclinic.org. This video content is copyrighted by Mayo Foundation for Medical Education and Research.